Are you the sort of person who lies to themselves by throwing wrinkly garments into your bathroom, telling yourself that the steam from the shower will get all of the wrinkles out of the garment, but it never actually does, and you keep doing it and you don't know why? Then you might be a busy woman. So you're busy and you want to look chic and put together without any effort? Don't worry, I've got you. Because I have made so many fashion mistakes and so many poor investments, and I am making this series to share what I've learned. By the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently know which accessories to include in your wardrobe, whether you're starting from scratch or editing down your existing closet. So with just a few strategic accessories, you'll be able to magically look put together like that, even if you're just wearing a t-shirt and jeans. These accessories that I'm going to talk about are strategically simple and classic, though do keep in mind that the words classic and chic, those are subjective to whatever task it is that you're doing, right? So you're going to want to tailor these pieces to whatever your day-to-day tasks look like. Let's start off with handbags. Handbags, I think, is something that people get wrong easily, because handbags can be so beautiful and pretty, and you just kind of want to go with what is aesthetically appealing to me, as opposed to what's actually going to blend in seamlessly with whatever I'm wearing. So let's start off with the obvious. You don't need to go for luxury, and you definitely should probably avoid things that are plastered with logos. So don't fall into the trap of buying the luxury handbag with like logo patterns all over it, or the it bag that's easily recognizable, like think of like the Dior saddlebag. You don't need to go that route, especially if it's out of budget for you. That is not a good use of your money, because those pieces date easily, and frankly they kind of scream look at me, and they're also memorable because of that, so people will notice if you're using it all the time. What I would recommend going with instead is a top handle satchel handbag. Now I have two to show you here. One of them has been in my collection for over 10 years. It's by Matt and Nat. It uses recycled plastic. It's not a well-known, designer luxury brand, but I get compliments on it all the time. And that's because of this classic structural design of it that just kind of melts into any outfit that you pair it with. I primarily bought it for bringing to the office. However, I use it on my day-to-day grocery runs sometimes too, because the type of handbag is small, but it has a wide base. And that's what's key to making it practical, because you can actually fit a lot of things inside of it, unlike the baguette style that's made a resurgence, which you kind of tuck under your arm. Don't go for that. This is different. A satchel is a timeless design with a wide base and a small profile. Now, I also have this alternative one by Alexandra K. It has this really gorgeous wavy pattern that I've never seen before. I think it still registers as classic because it is this solid black color. I love that it has this detachable shoulder strap that you can kind of, adjust the length on. Excuse me, I'm still getting over some sort of sickness. But this handbag has been just fantastic. I've been looking for a black satchel handbag for a while. This one is actually made from a bio leather. Let me see here. I get loads of compliments on my Alexandra K handbags. This isn't the only one I have. I have about 4 or 5 now. They're all made from bio leathers in Europe. I want to say the country is Poland. I tend to invest in vegan items because that's what aligns with my values, but you should pick out handbags that are of the highest quality within your budget. Don't go into debt, don't overspend, that's just silly. Second type of handbag I would recommend having is a tote. Now, I have 2 here that I use a lot. The first is actually a vintage Prada that I've had well before I became vegan, but it's held up beautifully. What I like about it is that it's simple. It's made with this nylon material. What I dislike about it is that it's so cavernous and doesn't have any pockets on the inside that I have to put an additional pouch on the inside to help with organization. I don't like that about it, but I'm keeping it because it's a classic piece. It's navy, it goes with just about everything. I use it a lot when I travel. Now that I have a child, I use nice looking tote bags a lot more often than I used to. I used to be able to get by with just the satchel, but I find myself gravitating towards a larger, more practical bag a lot. The second tote that I want to show you here is a bit of a wild card, and it is the exception to the logomania rule. Now, the reason I feel that this handbag can get away with being covered in logos is one, like Stella McCartney isn't huge. I think people know of the brand, but it's not a design that you see a lot. I get compliments on this all the time. Is it the most practical tote bag? No, because it's kind of floppy and falls open. I do prefer something a little more structural, but it does have the separate compartments inside. I use this a lot as a new mom. I can throw all of my stuff in there, all of my daughter's stuff if I need to. It just can hold so much. Yeah, I get loads of compliments on this, which I wasn't expecting. I bought it secondhand. It was already pretty beat up, but it's still a classic because of the monochromatic cobalt black tone of it. But what makes it have a little bit of personality is the material, the plastic and the chain, which is signature to Stella McCartney. So you can play around a little bit with adding personality into these basic pieces, but choose wisely, because I don't think if what you're going for is chic and effortless within your wardrobe, you don't want everything to have a lot of personality. You want to cherry pick, okay, I will, now that I have all my basics, I'm gonna grab something with a little bit of personality just to, you know, shake things up a bit. Also, don't discount a humble, well-constructed, thick material tote bag. In the summertime, I just grab canvas tote bags. This one I think I got when I was traveling, maybe in Paris. I have a few others that have that thick, durable cotton canvas, and I like that for when I'm wearing something super low-key, like white sneakers. So it doesn't always have to be something expensive at all. What you're looking for here is neutral colors that you will be able to pair with lots and lots of outfits. Now, the selections that you make should reflect your lifestyle. I'm going to try to explain a bit about my lifestyle and where I'm at, though keep in mind that you might need to tailor my recommendations to your specific geography or climate or point in life or career, whatever it is. Just take away the main pieces of advice and how they should incorporate into your wardrobe. The second category that classy women will invest into is jewelry. Now, these are basic but high quality jewelry pieces that aren't going to steal attention but just subtly add to an outfit. You can pair these with t-shirt and jeans, even like a sweatsuit, and it will still work equally well with something like a mock neck top and a satin skirt. These should be pieces that you should be able to wear all the time. You're busy, you don't have time to be taking your earrings and your jewelry off every time that you shower. We're not doing that. These are pieces that stay on your physical body and do not leave you unless you decide you want to part with them. Full disclosure, I'm not a ring girly. I get swollen fingers very easily, so I don't wear rings a lot. But what I do wear frequently is delicate bracelets and continuous hoop earrings. These do not let me down. Whether I'm running to work, playing with my daughter, gardening, these pieces just effortlessly blend into whatever outfit I have on. I do want to start off with these beautiful, delicate pieces that Linjer was kind enough to send to me. Linjer is, they're a high-end, sustainability-focused jewelry brand. What I love about them is they look so incredibly expensive. And I think that that is because of the very durable coating that they put onto it. They apply a thicker gold coating to the surface of all their jewelry, and you can just tell in person and with how well these hold up. I've been wearing these non-stop for, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks now. I've gotten dirt all over them in the garden. I've gotten food all over them from cooking and playing with my daughter, and I've gotten lotion on them. Like, I haven't babied these pieces, and despite being delicate, they're still shiny and brand new. I had actually intended to clean them before this video. I didn't get a chance. And they're looking stunning. The tennis bracelet, I feel like, is a no-brainer if you want to invest into that casual, maybe even like quiet luxury look. The delicateness of this is gorgeous, and I love that it's actually adjustable. There's 3 different circumference widths that you can choose from for the tennis bracelet, which is something I haven't seen a lot of companies do. They also use ethical diamonds. These are lab-grown diamonds, so you don't need to worry about investing into companies that might be partaking in child exploitation. The bracelet though that's truly captured my heart is this little delicate one here. It's got a very fine gold chain, and then in the center is this stunning, perfectly cut circular. I got the one that's a yellow amber, though it also comes in like a pale pink as well. I love the adjustment feature on this because it's a sliding adjuster. Now, I haven't seen it done quite like this before, but there's a little golden bead with what feels like silicone coating on the inside, so you can slip the chain longer or tighten it shorter. Now, it's actually quite snug, so it's not going to move around on you. It's a little difficult for me to do it in real time here, so like once you adjust it, it kind of stays locked in that position. And then I've paired it with this beautiful moonstone and a golden bead bracelet. Now, this one is actually, it's grown on me quite a bit. I was thinking I want something precious and timeless, but then I want something a little casual too. This one is also very adjustable. You can just tighten the strings within the bead here. I love these pieces. Linjer was kind enough to set me up with a discount, so use code PURIST and you will get a special offer at checkout. It's taken me a while to find a brand that does bracelets that I really like, because I am unapologetic about living my life in jewelry, and these have held up very well, so they might be a good brand to consider investing in. The second piece of jewelry I want to talk about are continuous hoop earrings. Now, I've spoken about this quite a bit in my previous video when I talked about what are some of the key pieces that a new mom should invest in for her capsule wardrobe. So I won't go on and on about the continuous hoops here. You can check out that video if you want to see what I would recommend for either a new mom or anyone who just has a very busy lifestyle. But continuous hoops are fantastic because there's no post. They're just a circle that has a hinge at the bottom. It opens and it closes and clips into place, and it doesn't poke you in the back of the neck. It doesn't get caught in sweaters or your hair. They're just a fantastic option if you like wearing earrings. I also stretch my ears out a bit by doing the ear stretching thing in the early 2000s, so I do have to be particular about what type of jewelry I buy. And these particular hoops here with the heart on them, I showed them in my previous video, and these are by Ana Luisa, who I also really like. I love their continuous hoop earrings, big fan of those. Now, this is just my personal preference, but if you are looking for my guidance in what I look for when I go jewelry shopping, I look for delicate pieces, so small in stature. They're not statement pieces. They're quite small and delicate, though they might have selective detailing in it. Personally, I go for more minimalist. Every once in a while I will pick something that's a little more glitzy, like these heart earrings here, but I like minimal detail because that allows it to kind of combine effortlessly with whatever you pair it with. Now, I think if you're more a fan of statement jewelry, especially statement necklaces or earrings, you kind of want to pick just one item to be the statement, right? Keeping with the theme of easy wearing accessories, let's talk footwear. Now, footwear is another thing that I think people have the best of intentions of getting right, and they make the wrong investments, and I'm guilty of that. You've seen my closet. Right off the bat, let me tell you, do not invest in any more high heels. You don't need any more high heels. When's the last time you wore that fancy pair of high heels that you just bought a few months ago? Right? Don't buy any more high heels. You don't need them, you have enough. A lot of these videos will say invest in a pair of nude high heels. You probably already have those, and even if you don't, hold off unless there's an event coming up that you truly need them for. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm a busy woman. Sometimes I'm running downtown or in the subway and I gotta go down all the stairs, or I'm with my toddler and I don't want to be like clacking around in high heels. I used to wear them all the time. I hardly wear them at all anymore unless I'm going out for dinner. So don't invest in something you know you're not going to wear, no matter how pretty it is, because that is a bad investment and you're not going to be able to get your money back reselling your shoes. That's a lie. So what should you invest in instead? a good pair of white or neutral tennis sneakers. Now, not workout shoes, not running shoes. I mean, if you need those for working out, great, but we're talking about day-to-day wardrobe here, like work, grocery store, playing with your kid, like real life stuff here. Tennis shoes are a great option in a neutral color. Personally, I like cream and ivory, maybe a light gray or a beige if you can find it, or any other tone that might complement your unique skin tone. I am a Veja fan. I love Veja sneakers. They are ethically made. I believe I want to say Portugal. They're made in Portugal. I'm on to my second pair of Veja sneakers, and what I love about the style is they're simple, but they can be unique in that they add this texture and graphical element with their brand name V on the side. I think they became quite well known and recognizable because of that design choice. I prefer to go with the one that is a low contrast, so beige on white or something like that. The black on white was another style that I liked for a long time. Alternatively, I do have these slip-on style sneakers from Rothy's, which I like a lot. One note about Rothy's, if you haven't shopped with them before, they run very narrow, so I go a half size up in them. I love anything from this brand because it's made from recycled plastic, meaning when it gets dirty, you could just hose it off or throw it in the washing machine and you don't need to worry about it at all. You don't have to be precious or delicate with it. Mine are scuffed up. I'm not worried about it because I can just throw them in the washing machine and they will come out looking brand new. Second category of footwear are flats that you will want to wear. Now, I have two here that I really like. The first is a two-tone option. This is also from Rothy's. I think they call this their tuxedo design. I wear these all the time. You can squish them up into a ball and throw them in a suitcase, and you could just hose them down. These are great. These are easily the best pair of flats I've ever purchased. I have slightly wide feet, so in Rothy's, instead of going with their pointed toe, the sharp pointed toe, I go with the, I think they call it the square toe, which gives you a little bit more room in the toe bed area. I love the two-tone style. It's classic, and you're going to see this again in the next category of shoes. But what I love about it is it's usually a combination of neutrals. You'll commonly see it like beige with the black toe cap. There's other variations like white with black toe cap and black with beige toe cap. There's a bunch of different styles, but what I like about them is they just are a hallmark of a classy fit, and it's so easy to slip them on and elevate whatever you're wearing. I particularly like pairing them with jeans that are cut off just above the ankle. The other style of flat that I really like, if you're going for something classic that pairs well with everything, is a good loafer. I've pulled out these cloth ones here. A lot of loafers you'll find in leather. I don't buy leather myself personally, so I always go for the cloth ones. I have another pair from Stella McCartney that I'm not going to bother showing you because I just don't find that they're comfortable. You want a comfortable pair. Loafers are timeless for a reason. They're formally associated more with, you know, the lofty, wealthy sort of lifestyle, you know, think Ralph Lauren, those sort of looks. But I think that they can go with a lot of looks, especially if you pick a loafer that's more neutral. Pick one that goes well with your existing wardrobe, right? Like if you wear a lot of black, get some black loafers to go with all your black pants and black skirts. Personally, I like something close to my skin tone because I tend to wear loafers when it's warmer or transitional weather. I live somewhere where it snows, so I'm not wearing them in the winter. But a good pair of loafers can get you by in so many situations where you don't want to wear a sneaker, but you don't want to wear anything with a heel either. A loafer is a nice, elevated, extremely comfortable option. Again, comfort is key here. You're going to want to get a pair of shoes that you're going to want to actually put on and not be suffering in. So make sure you try them on. If there's any rubbing or friction, don't go with them. The last pair of practical footwear pieces I would recommend is something with a very, very low block heel. I have two options to show you here. There are so many brands that do shoes like this, but I particularly like something that's a sling back with a block heel. The two pairs I'm showing you here, one is from Vivaya. I'm not sure how to pronounce them, but they are similar to Rothy's in that they use the recycled plastic material. So they're pretty flexible. What I like about this pair is you can literally put the buckle from the ankle strap anywhere you want it to. You can, this material is perforated all over, so you could just slide the buckle through wherever you need it to be and it will stay there. These ones are pretty comfortable and flexible. Again, I went with that square toe so that I would be comfortable and my toes won't be pinching. I think if you have a more narrow foot, you could go with a pointed toe option. These ones are a little bit on the conservative side style-wise, but I love the color. The camel color goes so well with a lot of my longer skirts, longer trousers, that sort of thing. But then I also have a slightly dressier option, again in a two-tone style here. This is by Nay Vegan Shoes. I've added in some cushioning to the base just to make them a little more comfortable. Don't shy away from doing that, by the way. If you want your shoes to be ultra comfortable, get some of those squishy little supports in there. No one's gonna know about it except you, right? The key is you want to be comfortable so that you're using your pieces over and over again. The two-tone pattern I like a lot because it's a classic and it elongates the leg if you buy it in a color that is similar to your skin tone. So the reason that a low block heel slingback is one of my favorite shoe types is it gives you that impression of a high-heeled stiletto shoe without the discomfort. So first of all, the block is maybe only 1.5 inches high. It's wide, so it gives you stability. You can slip them on easily and just run out the door. Literally, you can run in these shoes. I've done it. So they're just far more practical, right? And if you've ever visited a major city, whether it's New York, Paris, like the places I go to where people walk a lot, the women don't wear stiletto high heels. If anything, they will wear a fancy flat or a block heel. Now, I personally like the slingback in particular because I find it more flattering on my legs. I'm kind of like pear-shaped, hourglass shaped with thick legs, so I like a delicate shoe, but you could easily go with like a closed back traditional heel on these as well. A high heel brand that I do love, if you absolutely must invest in high heels, is Vera. They're a New York based brand, and what's unique about them is they have these built-in cushioning all throughout the insole. I can't recommend these shoes enough. When I used to go to an office, I wore these ones a lot. They come in different skin tones now, which I think is fantastic. They're a female-owned company, all vegan materials, and they try to use sustainable materials where possible. So there you have it. Hopefully the last and final accessories that you will ever need to buy if you want to look chic and classy and put together without putting any effort in. I can't decide if I look good like Jackie Kennedy or if I look bad like a local politician. Anyway, if I can leave you with some parting words of advice, it would be the shower steam is not going to de-wrinkle your clothing, so you should just keep a steamer in your bathroom. They're not expensive. You can get them on Amazon. Should have taken a sick day.